Hi friends, and welcome to a new video. So I had previously been doing these videos where I would show all the vintage sewing patterns and fabrics and sewing supplies that I had purchased for the month with my sewing budget, but I haven't done any of those recently because I've been saving up for a trip to meet up with a fellow vintage YouTuber. So we are taking a trip to Charleston, South Carolina to visit what used to be a working dressmaking factory as well as dress shop that was open from the 1950s to the 1970s. And we were told that the owner has since passed away, but that she was a champion hoarder and the shop has not been touched in about 30 years. I was sent pictures a few weeks ago of this, and once I seen the pictures, I just knew we had to visit in person and see the things and touch the things and purchase the things. And so we are super excited for this trip. And I hope to share a lot of the footage from this trip as well as my purchases with you all in upcoming videos. So that's what we're doing, and we're super excited. We leave in just a few days. I do not know why I did not think to make something sooner, but I didn't, and here we are. And so I'm going to be sewing up some 1940s pajamas for a little girl talk and chat in the room in our pajamas, just hanging out. We haven't met in person before, and so this should be fun and should be interesting. We are staying separately, but I'm sure we're going to want to hang out and discuss all of the things after we finish the shopping trip. So that's what we're doing today. The pattern that I'm using is a 1940s McCall's that coincidentally I purchased from another vintage sewing YouTuber who is Angela Clayton. I'm sure you've heard of her, but if you haven't, I will link her channel as well as her shop counted and curated down below. And so yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this trip. I will reveal a little bit later in this video who the vintage sewing YouTuber is that I am meeting up with. So watch the video. I hope you like it. If you're into this sort of thing, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to see all of the footage and purchases from this shopping trip, they will be coming up in future videos very soon. So let's get into the sewing. So I'm going to be doing view A for the pants. I'm using this really lightweight fabric, so I think it will be fine for the Charleston heat. Like I said, I got this pattern from Angela Clayton, and she includes this really cute handwritten postcard, so adorable. So I'm digging into it, ready to get started. So I am super curious if this is weird or not, the meeting up with a stranger part. I have told a few IRL friends, and most think it's weird, but honestly, I'm pretty used to people thinking I'm weird, so it's okay. I know they say it's not safe to meet up with someone you met over the internet, but here we are, and I'm going for it. Me and this YouTuber, we chat and text a lot, and we share so many of the same interests. So if you are wondering who this vintage sewing YouTuber is, it's Haley from Haley Marie Vintage, and I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. I am very much looking forward to meeting up with her. I think when you choose to subscribe to someone's channel and then you really become invested in their content, you get this feeling of knowing them from the peek they give you inside their world. And I hope I provide that feeling for my viewers. Okay, but if I'm being 100% honest, I am a tad nervous to see what she is like in real life. I hope our personalities mesh well in person, as we will be spending an entire day together. We even have to travel about an hour and a half away from Charleston to the actual factory itself. And so we will be spending a substantial amount of time together. And so I do hope we do well. But from what I know of her, I know it will be fine. And I am more excited than anything. Another element adding to my excitement is the fact that this will be the first trip I have taken without my children, my husband, or both in years. Back when I worked as an event planner, I would travel often, whether it be for conventions or site visits to select hotels, meetings, all of the things. But this is different. This is purely for the fun of it. And that feels great. I have often on this channel talked a lot about us moms, especially stay-at-home moms, whose lives are in orbit around their family. How it's important for us to have things we do just for the love of doing and just for the love of ourselves. This thing is totally that thing I'm doing just for me, this trip, as well as this channel. I could have made my husband tag along, but he has no interest in vintage fabric or fashions, and so it wouldn't have been very enjoyable for him, and he would not have made the best shopping companion for me. So how nice it will be to share this experience with someone who will enjoy it just as much as I. And we're going to have a fancy dinner after the shopping trip and a fancy brunch the morning of. If you've been to Charleston or live in the area, please leave some recommendations below of what we could see or do in a quick weekend trip. And if you've ever met up with a stranger you met over the internet, I would love for you to share that experience as well. If you haven't, let me know if you think it's a good idea or not, or share some of your experiences with girls' trips. I haven't been on one since my college days, but I've heard some stories. I'm literally just coming off of a Disney vacation, so this qualifies as the vacation from the vacation. I spent 6 days at Disney with my husband and my kids, and it was an amazing experience, but it was so much work. If you are interested in seeing footage from that trip, let me know, and if people are interested, I will definitely post it. So anyway, this trip I won't be chasing kids or dressing my family 4 times a day, no running through the airport with a toddler, no cutting up someone's Mickey waffles. For 3 glorious days, I will only have to take care of me. I can do what I want, when I want. I can have that extra glass of wine with dinner and chocolate mousse for dessert. I can lay in bed and read and shower as long as I choose. This trip is much needed and much deserved after fulfilling so many roles for my family over the past 2 years. So I stuck the pants leg down inside of the other one, right sides together, and now I'm going to stitch them together at the inner leg seam. So the trousers are finished, and now I just have to add the waistband and this piece that says continuous lap. Not really sure what that means, but these 2 pieces and this project is completely finished. This trip is a birthday gift from my husband. My birthday was just a week or so ago, and I can say in advance that I will be forever grateful to him. I know our weekends will not share the same experience, and I'm fearful for him, but so appreciative. So that's it. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this trip. I'm going to be sharing all of the footage with you guys in upcoming videos, so please stay tuned for that. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video that is soon and sure to come. And Haley, if I forget to tell you later, I had a wonderful time.